Sorry, it's just 1 in the morning here, and it happened to be dark because I had these stereos plugged in, and that took the spot for the lamp. But why not just do a video like this? Sure. So, yes, Merry Christmas. What shall we talk about? We could talk about Islam and Muslims, because right now that is a really reactive statement, and I enjoy causing reactions in people, because then I can take that point and show the common sense, such as how all people are simply people. Christians are people, Muslims are people, atheists are people. We are all people. None of us are completely defined by any singular aspect of who we are. That includes our religions, our backgrounds, our heritage, where we're from, how much money we make, our skills, our talents, our personalities. There's so many different things that define who we are, but there's no one dimension that defines who we are. Unless, of course, we decide to do that, and we become possessed within that point, where we then, for a moment, completely believe that that is all who we are, whether it be religion, or it could be something else, like your personality, an addiction, a habit, a flaw, something negative about you, or even something strength, like a positive thing about you, about who you are, your personality, a skill, or your intelligence, or something like that. Where it's possible where we can be obsessed and possessed in a moment, just for a moment. That moment can last for a long time, however, a moment can last a year, 2 years, 5 years. It can last the rest of your life, but it lasts for a moment, where that's what you're possessed by, and that's what you believe all you are. And consider this point here, where when you're judging another person as that one point is all that who they are, then you're actually participating within that same point where someone becomes possessed by a singular point. And that defines who you are. It's the same point, whether judging someone else as all who they are is their, for example, religion, or you simply believe that you're one point of who you are, whether it's religion or something else, whatever it may be. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in principle. It's a point of ignorance. It's a point of suppression. It's a point of a lie. It's an absolute lie that you're thinking. It's an absolute illusion that you're thinking, that you're perceiving, that you're believing to exist. It's not even real. It's all in your head. And that's all that who you become for that moment. And I say moment because eventually it will end. All things end. And whether it's when you die eventually, you'll be able to see then everything that you lived. You'll be able to understand that you had so many different aspects of who you are available to you that you could have progressed in, you could have invested in, you could have spent time with, becoming and living, and that the people you judged had so many different aspects to who they are, that there's no one person who's only one thing, who's only defined by one thing, such as religion. Really, the what's toxic within anything, whether it's religion or something else, is simply that point of separation, which starts the moment that you attack. Because you can only really attack something that you perceive as something as separate. If you really truly saw something else as really one and equal with who you are, really here, really a part of you, there's no way that you can attack it. No way. Impossible. Because that is you. And you see that, and so you embrace it completely. That is who you are. But the moment that you see that as separate, you're going to attack it. It's fine to attack. Because you believe and perceive it's not who you are. And that goes to whether it's other people externally, or whether it's just with yourself internally, where you will even separate yourself from parts of yourself, and you will attack them, instead of simply embracing them as who you are, as a part of who you are, that you can develop, grow, and change. But as a part of who you are, there's no need to fight. There's no need for war. All that would be in separation. And yet, there is a place for where the life of something ends, where you do have to, for example, put down an animal, put down a pet, where yeah, you are killing them. You are killing them, but within that killing, like just like everything else we're talking about, there's no one dimension that completely defines who you are. The same thing as there's no one dimension that completely defines an action. When a person kills, they can kill, and from many different points. There's many different aspects. There's many different dimensions that are involved. And one can be simply a point of oneness and equality. Where, for example, if you have an effective part of your body, and you see there's no way to heal it, then yeah, you may have to remove it. And so, in that way, kill off that part of your body. But it's within oneness and equality. It's within recognizing this is who you are, and this is what must be done for what's good for the whole, what's best for all. Same thing with putting down a pet when you see that they're in suffering and there's no way out. So yeah, you have to take that route. And sometimes, yes, you are first forced by external circumstances that are outside of your control, where some people, you can't save some people. As some people are just simply going to live their life, whether it's going to be a self-destructive habit, or where they are actually going to basically end up killing themselves. Either through metaphorical reason, like through separating themselves from other people, or whatever it may be, or actually literally. But you're not God. You have your responsibility as a human being. You have what you can do. That's all you can do. But you do that within oneness and equality. And so it's not about judging the exterior, the superficial layer of things. That's what everyone does, right? Or that's what it means to take one thing as a dimension and apply it across everything else involved. Like, for example, for me, you could take one aspect of who I am, like my skin color, and you apply that to all of who I am. That'd be stupid, right? Same thing with anything else, with how I speak. You apply that to everything who I am. How I look with my beard, apply to everything who I am, or whatever it may be. That's ridiculous. That's an illusion. That's a lie. But that is done. That's what we do. And that causes problems for ourselves. Because separation creates limitation. And we are less capable of actually changing ourselves and expanding our own lives. Because then we always live within the point of inferiority. Because how we treat others, how we treat ourselves, there's a oneness and equality right there. Where when we judge another, we're really judging ourselves. And so it's really about embracing the whole. What's here. both here within us eternally and outside, and seeing what can be practically done to assist and support. So this is my point here with Islam. There's no way that can define a person completely who they are. And yes, you may have a few individuals who become possessed and obsessed by it. That still doesn't define who they completely are, even if they believe that. And yes, there can be circumstances where people go crazy, but trust me, it's nothing to do with Islam. It has to do with our mind programming, our acceptance and allowance for us to be obsessed and possessed by one point, whether it's something else, whether it's sex, or religion, or drugs, or money. Whatever we become possessed and obsessed by, it is through us. It's not really that point out there to blame, really. It's about us not actually standing with an authority for who we are as life, and so the responsibility for life, which is ourselves. To take responsibility for this right here, ourselves, which is a part of life. If you're fascinated, intrigued, attracted by what I'm saying, look at Desteni. Visit the Desteni website, check out the articles, check out the forums, visit eQual, read everything, study everything, because this is all the same principle. Principle of oneness and equality, principle of self-responsibility, self-forgiveness, self-trust, self-understanding, self-reflection, self-commitment to change, and actually correcting yourself and changing. It's all about understanding how reality works. That's what we're about, understanding everything. The principles of life, principles of human beings, how we function, of this earth, animals, plants, everything. We are all quite equal in one. So do your research. It's quite fun, really. Thank you very much.